Testing, testing, testing. Hello. Hello, everybody. And welcome to. Well, I am testing the audio at the moment so that I can hear if I can hear better. Right. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the November 2025 monthly update. Probably the biggest thing in regards to this channel is that this month we've passed 300 subscribers. We're on 303 now. I thought of maybe doing a video for it, but then it kept sort of dipping up and down, and I thought I don't want to make a 300 special, 300 subscriber video, and then go back to 299, so I could do one now. I'm probably going to do one next month at some point. Anyway, I'm thinking of maybe doing a part 2 to the top 10 Doctor Who stories, like the next 10. So that was, 10 to 1. I was maybe doing 20 to 11, So that's a possibility. Probably the biggest thing that's actually happened to me personally this month is it was my mum's birthday a few days ago. And so we had some people around for that, which was nice. I've started selling stuff on eBay this month, and that sort of segues me into the next thing, because when I go to the post office, I will usually go to the charity shop as well, because we have two very good charity shops here where I live, and I've picked up quite a few things from there this month. I'm going to start with something which I didn't pick up from the charity shop at all. My dad got me this, and apparently we already had this. I've just never seen it before, but it is a VHS of How to Irritate People, the proto Monty Python film. So you've got John Cleese, Michael Palin, Graham Chapman, Connie Booth, and Tim Brooke Taylor in it, as it says there on the front. So yeah, obviously don't have anything to watch this on. Don't really intend to watch it on anything because I can just get it online, so I don't see why, I don't really collect VHS, but, I get them when I keep them when I get them, because why not? Then we move on to the things that I actually got from the charity shop, so I'm going to do these in reverse order, because that's just how they are. So, the last time I went to the charity shop, I got for £1 the 2 Wayne's World films. So that's pretty good on DVD, obviously, because I don't get Blu-rays, even though I do now have a Blu-ray player, but I still don't. I got it because it's a region-free player. That's why I got it. So I still don't intend to play Blu-rays on it, even though it can play them. But yeah, so that's Wayne's World 1 and 2. And then the previous time, I got 2 things, again, both for £1. I got the Beverly Hills Cop trilogy. So that's even better, because that's 3 films for £1. And also they're better than the Wayne's World films, although I still like the Wayne's World films, obviously. But yeah, so that's Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3. The third one is very underrated, overhated. And then also for £1, I got a David Attenborough book, The Living Planet. I don't normally get hardbacks, especially not very big ones like this, because I don't find them comfortable to read. But for £1, I couldn't say no to a bit of David, because I have a box set. In fact, I've watched some more today. Me and my mum, literally just before I started watching this, have watched episode 1 of The Private Life of Plants, because I've got the Life Collection box set of David Attenborough's stuff. And one of those is The Living Planet, which we watched probably a year ago now. But yes, this is the second. He did, obviously, Life on Earth was before this. But yeah, I mean, it's got some really nice pictures. I haven't read it yet, obviously, but I haven't done very much reading. I've done a little bit. I've read some of Ice Henge. But, not... I haven't finished it. So you see you've got some nice underwater stuff going on there. Some crabs, some fish. Very nice. But yeah. So I'm going to look forward to there's of course the man himself with a big turtle. But yeah, very big fan of David Attenborough. And then I got some clothes. I'm going to show you a couple of shirts that I got. The first of which I wore yesterday for my mum's birthday. It's purple and with white dots. Purple with white dots, and it's a very one of my favourite shirts that I have now. And I got another one which I haven't worn yet, but I mean I wore it to test that it fitted me, and it does. It's a sort of blue one with sort of stripes, which is also very nice as well. And then, as usual, I've gotten quite a few ties, so I'm going to show you these off. And some of these are actually silk ties, and others are just, regular old poly, whatever it's called, polystyrene or whatever what is it called? Polyester, that's what I'm looking for, not polystyrene, although it's pretty much the same thing. So this is the tie that I wore for my mum's birthday. It's sort of multicolored, or it's sort of beigey brown, but as you can see, it's kind of got stripes that are very subtle, but you can still kind of see them there. So that's the first one. And then I got this one. This one is silk, 100% silk, and it's blue and pink striped. Very nice. I don't have any vibrant stripes like that, so when I come across them, I keep them. I got a purple one, which again is, I think, silk. Yep. So that's that, purple with sort of squares on it, which is very nice. This one is just, I think, just polyester. But it doesn't actually say. Doesn't feel particularly fancy though. But that's black with blue and purple stripes. So that's nice. A grey one, which again is, I think, just polyester, but still very nice. Sort of speckled, a sort of speckly kind of grey, if you see that. So it's kind of, the speckles all go in one direction, so it's kind of looks kind of stripy, but it's just, not really. A very nice dark blue. Again, just polyester, nothing fancy with this one. But it just looks pretty much just plain. It does have a bit of a texture to it, but it's very hard to see on camera. You can kind of see it there. So that's very nice. Do love a good tie. Another silk one. 100% silk. Another kind of beige kind of one. So if you see that, and it's got kind of a checkerboard pattern on it. So that's very nice. Sort of fleshy flesh colour. I think this is another just polyester. It doesn't say, but I think it's just polyester. Pink one with grey and blue and white stripes. So that's very nice. Again, pink is not a colour that's particularly popular in ties, because obviously it's considered a girly colour, so I pick it up when I can, because it's not a girly colour. That is stupid. And then another one, which I think is just polyester. Very dark blue with very thin red stripes. which I think is quite distinctive, so I picked that up as well. So yeah, that's this month I've got, and that's 2 trips to the charity shop for the 2 books that I've sold on eBay, both Doctor Who ones. I've made £8, which is very nice. That's 9 ties. So that's very, very nice indeed. So that is that. That's everything I've done. I haven't done very much. I haven't done any videos. Oh, well, that's not true. Obviously, I've been doing videos on the gaming channel, but as far as this channel or music or painting or film or anything like that, I have done literally naught. I've been focusing exclusively on the gaming channel. Haven't watched anything this month, and the only thing I've listened to just in the last week. I mean, this live stream, I only scheduled it and even put it up on the 25th. So that I literally hadn't done anything, but I've listened to 3 albums, all 3 Rolling Stones, and finished off their 80s material. Only listened to each of these once, so I couldn't tell you too much about them, but the first one was Undercover from 1983. And it had some pretty nice songs in it, but it did feel, again, very similar to their last few. Like, Some Girls to this are all very much kind of the same sound, and it's a good sound, but, you know, it still clearly, a lot of these songs are just sort of recycled stuff from earlier recordings and stuff. But still, you know, it was pretty good. Then, Dirty Work, 1986. Starting to move in a lot more of a new wavy direction, which I quite liked. There was one of these. I think it's Back to Zero. Yeah, Back to Zero on Dirty Work has a very Talking Heads sound to it, to me. A very sort of speaking in tongues era Talking Heads. So, like, the kind of stuff they played on the, whatever it's called, the Stop Making Sense. I'm looking up there because I've got the DVD. The Stop Making Sense show. This kind of synthesizer sound on it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Prophet 5 on this song. I mean, the Rolling Stones could easily afford a Prophet 5. And then the final of the 3 albums was Steel Wheels from 1989. The best album cover of the 3, I think. But probably the worst of the 3. My least favourite of the 3, I think. Still good, but just very sort of typical 80s rock kind of stuff. I'm trying to avoid the phrase dad rock, but that it does kind of evoke fatherly feelings. So yeah. But still a couple of good songs on that, but nothing really memorable to me. But yeah, the slower songs on it are total boring stuff though, like Slipping Away. I just, but yeah, mostly all right. But yeah, so that's that. They're all okay. None of them the best Rolling Stones. Like, just sort of there. But not awful. I mean, I enjoyed listening to all 3 of them, but they're not ones that I think I'm going to revisit very often. But yeah, you know, I've said that about other albums that, you know, you can never really judge an album on a first listen. It's always going to go up or down in your estimations when you listen to more stuff and re-listen to it, and as the years pass by and stuff. So you can never really judge it. But yeah, that is pretty much it. This might be the shortest monthly update in quite some time because I've done very, very little this month. But yes, that's a lot. Plans for next month, obviously, carry on with the game channel. I think I am planning on, well, of course, next month is going to be Christmas, and so I've already recorded a Christmas video for the gaming channel, which will be going up at some point. It'll also be my 500th video on the gaming channel soon. Not that Christmas video, but before that, so that will be, in fact, in only a few days, it'll be the 500th video. And I've done something quite special for that. I'm not going to say what, but you'll see what that is. Revisiting something from earlier in the channel. But yeah, so my 98th video on that channel went up today, 99th on Wednesday, and then on Thursday the 4th, my 500th video will be going up. Which, yeah, will be very nice. But yeah, so that's that. So obviously, as I was saying, because it'll be Christmas, after Christmas, I haven't bought myself any records for Christmas, because I've kind of decided now that I'm not going to buy any more records online. Just because it doesn't feel as special as finding them in person, so I just could get them in person now. And so I'm not getting myself any records for Christmas, but I'm waiting till after Christmas just in case someone else gets me some records, because that has happened before. And then after Christmas, I'm going to do the second of the videos about all the vinyl records that I've got. So, of course, after Christmas last year, I did a video showing off every vinyl record I have. This year, I'll be showing off every vinyl record I've gotten this year. And it's more than doubled since last year, so that's going to be good. And like I said, I might do a part 2 to the Doctor Who, the top 10 Doctor Who stories. I haven't started actually compiling the list yet, so it probably won't be next month if I'm making a prediction. But at some point, I'm planning on doing that. So yeah. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So sorry this one has been so short, but I haven't really done very much. I've started again with the Ricky Gervais show, the XFM ones. I'm now about 10 videos into, or 10 episodes into series 2. And yeah, it's very good, as always. Obviously, I've listened to it before, but those 3 guys are just great. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Can't think of anything else to really talk about, so hope you guys have enjoyed your November. Hope you have a good December. I wish you a happy Christmas, a happy New Year, even though you'll be seeing me before the New Year. And in fact before Christmas, of course, on the other channel. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next thing that I do. Goodbye. Woo!